I was gonna talk about a Christmas puppy to sort of follow up on my video about Halloween puppy, but I couldn't find it anywhere, so whatever, we're gonna watch this crap. I don't care anymore. Merry Christmas, roll the intro. Christmas in New York is a 2005 animated feature film from Italy, which was dubbed in English sometime after that, I guess. This is Vodka. The movie starts off in a forest where we meet Fox and Winter, the professor, which is an owl dressed like a wizard, and Ari, this naked kid with the most ridiculous, "I'm totally a British child" voice that I've ever heard.
Good morning! It's a very lovely day today!
You know how some bad movies give overly detailed exposition explaining all the backstory at once? Well, with this movie, it feels like you're already supposed to know who these characters are, so straight out the gate it's a bit hard to follow on top of already being uninteresting. All we end up learning in the beginning is that Fox is from New York, Ari lives in the jungle for reasons, and we really don't learn jack about Winter or the professor. But don't worry, it won't be long before you don't care. The heat of the jungle or forest or whatever it is making it difficult for the dogs to breathe. So Fox suggests that Ari and the gang go to New York for Christmas.
It could be snowing.
Hooray! Hooray! Christmas!
I don't think it's possible to see Father Christmas.
As the professor scurries to find winter clothes for Ari to wear, Ari writes a letter to Santa Claus, wishing for nice presents for all of his friends, and for the chance to get to spend time with his mom and dad. So we at least know that there's something going on with this kid's parents.
I would like that my friend Fox has a party with his friends, with many hot dogs.
It's time to set sail, and the gang all crawl aboard this satanic tree.
My compliments! I see that you're dressed for your great adventure!
The professor then gives Winter a scarf and shows off his amazing ability to speak without moving his mouth.
Yes, remember, be careful. Bye! Bye! Bye!
Bye!
Bye! Bye!
Bye.
Bye!
And just like that, they're in New York, just a couple minutes into this movie. I'm really scared to see how they're gonna stretch this over 90 minutes. It doesn't take long to realize that Fox is apparently the most famous dog in all of New York, because everywhere they go in this movie, somebody knows him and just loves him to bits. Also, I'm pretty sure this hot dog vendor makes a pass at little Ari.
Oh, don't worry, child. Here there is a sausage only for you.
Fox is concerned about standing out and drawing attention, so to blend in he has Winter get rid of the scarf she's had for a whole 2 minutes, and he straight up steals a couple of leashes from the local pet store. Along the way, the gang runs into a dog catcher with a serious blackhead problem, who apparently also has a history with Fox.
What's the name of the dog with that big nose?
He's called Fluffy.
That's the bad man whose instructions are to capture all the dogs without owner and put them in prison.
I love Winter. Something about her accent and all the sass that comes out of her mouth was actually pretty enjoyable to watch.
Shut up! Will you stop coughing?
Brother.
Will you shut up?
They then pass up some shops and ogle the toys in one of the shop windows, including straight up Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, and Winnie the Pooh. Some homeless kids are admiring the cakes in the window when the douchebag shop owner comes out and chases them away.
Whoa! Dirty little bums! Huh.
But thanks to our sassy white puffball Winter, he gets what's coming to him.
Whoa!
Inquisitive, innocent little Ari is confused as to why the dogs couldn't go in and take some sweets for the kids, at which point Fox and Winter explain it would be stealing, and stealing is bad.
You can't enter in a store and take what you want. That's not the right way.
You won't steal food to feed the hungry, but you'll steal dog leashes and Disney assets. Suddenly, Ari feels hungry because he didn't eat breakfast, despite turning down a hot dog earlier, but eating it anyway. So Fox gets an idea and drags everyone along.
You see? I finally brought you to Santa Claus, like I said I would.
Santa Claus is here for you. Come
Let's
on.
go!
I'd be very happy if I could help you, but I cannot, because I'm only the helper of Santa Claus.
Haha, he wasn't even real. Ari is disappointed because he was hoping to give his letter to Santa so that he can fulfill his Christmas wishes. Christmas wishes. That's tricky to say. His Christmas wish was for a dish and a fish and a Blu-ray copy of Lilo and Stitch. Fake Santa explains that he can read the letter and pass it along to the real Santa Claus, but then he makes up some fake rule that Ari needs to know the names of all of Santa's reindeer for some reason. I don't know, I'm really not explaining it any better or worse than the movie did. Ari doesn't know the names and decides to leave the situation as is, at which point Fake Santa gets kinda pushy.
Hey, where are you going now? Where are you going? Don't you want to give your letter to Santa Claus? But if you give me this letter and you trust me, I'll assure you that your wishes will be heard by Santa Claus. Any wish I can give to him.
Bad touch. Bad touch. Still on a hunt for food, Fox has Ari remove the leashes, so much for blending in, and brings everyone to a local church where some old friends of his are cooking for the homeless. And this guy dances with Fox for way longer than anyone should dance with any dog. I swear everyone in this movie has the weirdest collection of accents. It's one thing to try to get a foreign actor try to speak like an American, but when you try to add in all these other American dialects, it just falls apart.
You mongrel flea bag!
Fox, without you, it just wouldn't be Christmas.
Do you want to get slapped? Look out how you talk. Can't you see this child here?
When I saw the priests walk in, I was tempted to make an inappropriate joke about priests and little boys. But not to worry, the movie took care of that for me.
What's your name, little one?
My name is Ari.
Harry, I'm real happy to get to know you. My, your hand's real cold, Harry. Come on, let's go get you something hot to eat.
While Ari is sitting down to a nice meal, this weird British-sounding Mowgli kid is giving him a hard time for eating the food made for the homeless when he isn't even poor.
So tell me then, how come you're here? You went around town, you saw the sights, and now you want to see the poor people too?
After learning the truth of the people's less fortunate situation, Ari removes a button from his sweater and gives it to the priest.
Oh. Wanna give it to me?
Yes, because I learned so much here.
Guys, slow down, everyone will get a turn to speak. It turns out the button Ari gave to the priest is a real, genuine ruby, which Ari was giving to him to help fund the church's homeless feeding operations. Outside, the gang runs into a dog with a very weird voice.
Look here! Fox has gone over to submission to the humans and the dog lead.
The dog doesn't trust Ari, but Fox explains that he isn't like other humans and can understand dogs. The dog gives in and teaches them the names of 2 of the reindeer. This gives Winter an idea to go see someone named Bimbo, like we're supposed to know who that is. Later, the gang runs into the dog catcher again, but they manage to escape him with little incident, only to run into him again in the very next scene. This time, he's sitting in the park waiting for them while he feeds some animals.
You chased after me for years, trying to catch me every day.
No, you're wrong. I can assure you I don't hate dogs. No, you're crazy if you can say that. How can we manage to speak like that about me? No, it's not like that.
So, I'm confused. Didn't they just say Ari was special because he could understand dogs unlike other humans? Yet, the dog catcher can understand Fox just fine. These scenes are just minutes apart. How are they this inconsistent? When I first saw the dog catcher character, I thought for sure he was going to be the villain throughout the entire film, yet here we are halfway into the movie and he's just good now? And this isn't even a trick. He brings them to his house to meet his wife and daughter who is unable to walk and can also understand the dogs. The gang meets back up with the Deviltree, who I just noticed has a goatee, and he takes them to meet this Bimbo character.
Could you take us into the Black Forest?
I guess that's a yes. It turns out Bimbo is a deer who hangs out with his gang of other deer.
Have you got that information about Santa Claus?
Bimbo takes them to a nearby workshop where elves make toys for Santa, because in this story, apparently the North Pole has various branches and workshops around the world, I guess? Humans aren't allowed inside the workshop, so Bimbo goes in to talk to the head elf. Inside, we see animals and elves preparing the presents.
If this child goes to New York, then we are in time because the 7 hours behind. So maybe we're still in time. Stop!
Hooray,
the names of the reindeers are
hooray.
Rudolph, Dasher,
That's the
Prancer, Vixen,
solution.
Thunder.
So the solution after all this time? Go back to New York and put a letter in the mailbox. So glad this movie is 90 minutes long. Fox runs into an old friend, a dog named Serpico, who sounds a lot like PewDiePie.
This land is mine, and I know I'll move myself.
Serpico thinks it's kinda weird that Fox is hanging around with a human and accuses him of being on drugs.
Have you given a strange tablet? Have you doped?
I mean, a lot of the characters talk in broken English, but Serpico's is just the best.
Let us the compliments and then go away convenient. Now. Then, would you move yourself?
Serpico brings everyone to this orphanage to see if they can learn anything. What about? The movie doesn't really say. Maybe it's to find out where this story is going. They're greeted by a disturbingly realistic looking nun who creeps me out for some reason. I mean, look at her compared to all the other human characters up to this point.
Whoa!
you?
Touched by the poor orphan's less fortunate situation, Ari decides to sell another one of his rubies so that the kids can have a good Christmas. But there is one little problem.
We are dogs, and you're a small child. We will never be able to sell legally a ruby.
The solution? Sell the ruby to the freaking mob. In a totally unexpected, not at all obvious twist, the deal goes south, but fortunately Serpico's army of doggos scare the mobsters away, and Ari is able to get away with the ruby and the blood money. What a merry Christmas these orphans are gonna have now, with their gifts and their food purchased with illegally obtained money from the mafia! Ari and the puppers sneak away once all is set, and the creepy nun comes out like, "Excuse me, princess," and the totally American children sing, "We wish you a Merry Christmas." Ari meets up with creepy fake Santa and tells him the names of the 7 reindeer that he's learned, and fake Santa's like, "Ah, that's good enough." Starting to think this might be a bad movie. The priest from earlier finds everyone outside and invites them in to have dinner with some sort of club for mustached gentlemen.
Don't you worry for your little friends, you see. I believe little Joe's about to give them the best meal they ever had.
Also, I can't help but laugh at this random dude's face. That is quite a range of emotions to have when watching someone feed dogs. So back outside they go to wait for old Saint Nick. They fall asleep on the steps, soon followed by the arrival of Santa and his reindeer, and this couple. It turns out these are Ari's parents, and they apparently have the ability to speak telepathically.
He's well. Oh, he's well.
So maybe now we'll find out what the deal is with Ari's parents and why he lives in the jungle with Fox and Winter. This movie's about to wrap up, so surely they'll make sense of all of that now, right? No, of course not. Just more questions than ever, actually.
But if our enemies find him, they will kill him. Ari knows how much we suffer for his absence.
No, instead they just hold hands and jump around and laugh a bunch for a little bit while the voice actress who plays Ari's mom breathes in through her nose a lot.
Down you go.
Then Fox and Winter take off into the sewers, as dogs are known to do. So where are they going? Huh? Go ahead, take a guess. Go on, take a guess. Where are they going? Hey! You were wrong! This dog dance had me so speechless the first time I saw it, and I still can't believe it now. Fox is brought into a room and is given a mountain of hot dogs, and all the dogs in the room start to leak fluid from their eyes. The next morning, the gang wakes up outside where they had fallen asleep and realize that last night was just a dream. Except it wasn't a dream. So that was pointless. The end. Wow, they really made that 90 minutes long. Christmas in New York is the gift that keeps on giving, because I know I will never be able to forgive myself for watching it. So I thought I'd share that horror and terror and self-loathing with all of you. Merry Christmas. Where's the booze mug?